So, new to freelance writing? Are you finding it a little bit overwhelming? Oh my goodness, there's so many things as a brand new freelance writer. Where do I find my niche? How do I go about pitching? What do I do as a freelance writer? How do I set up my business? How do I start a blog? How do I start a writer website? What's a portfolio? What are clips? Oh my goodness, there's so many things to know as a freelance writer. Well, I'm here to help you. I've been freelance writing for about 6 years. My name is Elna Cain. And please subscribe to my YouTube channels to get more freelance writing tips to help you become a successful freelance writer. So I'm going to help you avoid that fear, punch that fear in the face, and so you can become a kick-ass freelance writer. So I'm going to help you how to do that step by step. So let's get to it. All right. Now the first step is to recognize what is going on right now. So I was in the same boat as you when I first started, okay? There's like a ton of strategies, tons of information, and tons of advice out there online, right? It's not just my blog, elnacain.com, but there are so many other freelance writing blogs out there. It can be a bit too much for the new freelance writer. So you just become flooded with this information and it just paralyzes you, okay? Analysis paralysis. This is what happens to a lot of people that are learning something new. Analysis paralysis. And then the fear and anxiety sets in, all right? But I want you to honor that. I want you to realize that that's where you are right now and that there is a way to get out of that, okay? So as I was saying, this was me. I was thinking to myself, geez, I'm just a mom. I'm not a writer. I don't even have a degree in journalism. And I got a C in creative writing in university when I was in college. Like, there's no way I can be a writer. There's no way people would pay me, a mom to twins with no writing background, to write for them. I mean, that's what I was thinking. And so the fear set in. And it stopped me. I mean, I was able to do a little bit of things online, but then, I got ridiculed from one journalist out there, and that really hurt me. So, I mean, I had a lot of fear and trepidation going into this, but I want to help you get past that, and this is how I was able to do it. The biggest thing to remember is that the successful freelance writers and other writers, like maybe yourself, is that it's the whole idea of, faking it till you're making it and realizing that everyone has fear. So it's not like you're going to tell everyone that you're an expert, an expert tech writer when you don't work in the tech industry and, you know nothing about tech. It takes time to build that expertise, but it is possible. As I was saying, I was a mom. I only used, online for YouTube and Amazon and Facebook. But over the years, I became an expert in digital marketing writing. All right. So it's possible. All right. So even the most successful writers, fiction or nonfiction, they had bouts of fear. It's how you're going to squash that. How are you going to grow from that is what's going to separate you from the successful freelance writers from those that just get stuck in this step. Okay. All right, so the first thing is to build a strong network. You need a lot of support when you start freelance writing or when you do any kind of freelancing or a new business. Now, freelance writing is a business. I mean, freelance writing is not a hobby. So please change that mindset if you think this is just for fun, as sort of a thing that you can do and get paid for. It's not. I mean, if you want to make this a legit business, you have to treat it as a business and invest time in it. So make sure you realize that and have that strong network. So for me, I have my husband. My husband was all for it. He supported me 100%. Your family members may not support you, but that's okay. You can find other people that will support you. I found freelance writers online that supported me, and then it led me to Lorraine, who is a freelance writer in my town. And now we meet regularly for coffee to talk about our freelance writing business, to talk about our clients, to talk about the next steps to grow our blogs and business. So that for me helped me as a freelance writer to keep going and keep pushing myself. Okay. I also belonged to some mastermind groups when I first started. So other freelance writers, other business owners that had online businesses, other bloggers. I joined those to get some support, to get some help with my business. All right. I want you to write every day so that you become confident as a writer. It's a big confidence booster when you can give yourself that commitment to write every day. Okay, so what you can do is write like blog posts, you can write social media posts, you can write your writing samples. All of this will help you become a better writer. You will become a faster writer. You're going to learn about grammar and structure, sentence structures when you start writing. You're going to form your writing voice. Are you inspirational? Are you conversational? Are you more of a teacher? You'll learn what style of writing that you're doing. And you're going to learn more about those niche topics. You know, when trying to figure out your writing niche, you can start dabbling in different writing niches. Today, I'm going to write an article for veterinarians. Tomorrow, I'm going to write an article about lead generations for Etsy store owners. Tomorrow, I'm going to write about online learning opportunities for a career site. I mean, you can just dabble and just flex your writing muscles, find your writing voice, and then you'll learn over time what writing niche you really like. All right. You can even go into profitable writing niches and start there. All right. And then the best way to just practice your writing every day is to start a blog. So if you go to elnacain.com, it's the first blog post there. How to start a blog for your business in 3 easy steps. I walk you through, even with a video tutorial, of how to do this. So if you struggle with tech, I'm here for you. I will help you. All right. I want you to start losing the comparison. This is so hard. And this is what happened to me in the beginning. I landed a really good client in the digital marketing niche. And this was my first real legit gig in that new topic. So again, I was having fear and anxiety. I'm not a digital marketing writer yet. I don't know anything about this. I was looking at their blog content and I noticed another freelance writer that I was following and I admired. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this writer has been writing for years and they hired her. Why did they hire me? I can't produce the same type of content as her. They expect me to write like her and I can't. I don't know. Like, this was going through my head. It was so difficult for me. But luckily that client gave me an outline. So I didn't even have to come up with ideas. And that honestly helped me, walk through the post when I was writing it. I can see where it was going. They gave me links to sources to link to. So it was actually a really easy freelance writing job. And I was fortunate enough to land that as one of my first into that niche that I knew nothing about. And over time, I became more familiar with the digital marketing niche and loved writing about it as well. So it was that comparison that really just stopped me dead in my tracks. And I had to really just overcome that. And I did. I mean, I just had to push that person away. You might be thinking that there's too many writers out there, that you can't possibly compete with all the other established writers. But it's a slippery slope. I mean, when you start comparing yourself to other writers that are more established than you, like I did, you start to devalue your worth as a writer. And I did. I mean, it didn't go this far, but some people might start quoting, if instead of quoting your regular 10 cents a word rate, you might lower it to 5 cents, 8 cents, just because you feel like, well, I'm still brand new and I can't offer that value. No one's going to hire me, so I have to have a lower rate. That's not the best way to handle comparison. What I did was I kept my head down. I stopped thinking about the other writers. I did not go to the client's blog anymore, and I just focused on my relationship with the client and what they gave me for writing. All right, so try not to succumb to comparing yourself to all other writers out there. The high-paying clients don't just want a cookie-cutter writer, okay? They hire you because they want your writing style. They want to work with you. So you have to remember that there's no competition out there, because you can set yourself apart by being this highly valuable writer, right? These are the steps that I teach you in Write Your Way to Your First 1K, my premium freelance writing course, to help people like you learn how to structure your writing so that it's valuable and it comes off as like high paying writing for clients. All right. That's important to set yourself apart so that there's no competition out there. All right. The next thing to punch fear in the face is to set goals and track them. All right. So I've been publishing my goals on my blog, and I'll continue to do that when it's necessary. I like to share my quarterly goals like I do here. I like to use this pitching tracker, this goals tracker that I have here. If you just go to elnacain.com and search for goals, you'll find this blog post where I give you exactly how I do that in this tracker. So for you, set some goals. Don't focus on too many. So just focus on the specific goals that you can easily track and attain. Okay. So for example, if your goal is to land a client before the summer or before the new year, you can accomplish this by pitching at least 3 times a day, every day until you land that client. That's a simple metric, a simple goal that you can do. All right. Face rejection with a smile. This is more of a mindset thing, okay? So with every rejection that you receive, I want you to smile, disregard it, and move on. Because if you don't already know, any freelancing service, they're going to get a lot of rejection. I mean, you think of actors and authors and all that, rejection after rejection after rejection, right? So that is something that you just have to deal with and know that, well, that client didn't want my writing. They didn't value my writing. So I'm going to go and find the client that does value my writing, right? Like that's all you have to think about it, and just smile and know that, you know, it's just something that happens. And realize that businesses aren't rejecting you. It could just be that they found a writer already, that their content needs have changed, or that you're just not the right fit for them at that moment. Just realize that it really is not because you have poor writing, that it's you. No, it's not. Businesses, again, they're just seeking that freelance writer for them. So use every rejection as your motivation to fuel you to keep on pitching, perfecting your writing, and above all, hustle until you land that gig. All right. And then if you really are struggling with the fear and anxiety of putting yourself out there, why don't you try this strategy? Why don't you get out there slowly? Do this very slowly over time so that you can become more familiar and more confident as a freelance writer. All right. So while the first step is usually the hardest, once you go out and do it, the rest will fall into place and it becomes much easier. So think about that first step. That first step in freelance writing is finding that niche and then creating the samples for that. So as I was mentioning earlier, why don't you dabble in different writing niches to find your niche, okay? Pick some creative writing niches, pick some business type of writing niches, and go from there, right? That is the first step. You know, live in that first step. Have fun finding those topics, writing about them, perfecting your writing. And then over time, you can say like, whoa, I found my freelance writing niche. You know, I really like the cryptocurrency niche. I'm like, I have a keen interest in cryptocurrency, and I actually like the blog post that I was writing about that. So I'm going to learn more about that writing niche. There you go. You worked on it slowly, and then now you're moving on. You're confident enough now to move on to the next step, right? So consider that if you feel like, you know, there's so much to do, there's so many things you have to do, just do it slowly. Do one thing at a time, okay? It's a slow strategy. You're not going to get, you know, the high paying clients in the first 6 months. It might take you longer, but in that first 6 months, you might pick up a client that is, you know, it's enough. It's low pay, but it's something. And then you just move on from there, right? It's a start. That's all that counts for you. A lot of people go on Medium and they sign up to the partner referral program there. And so they get paid for writing on Medium. You can get paid $20 a month, $30 a month just for writing on that platform. I get paid like 80 bucks, 100 bucks a month on that. Like it's something, right? It's getting your writing out there, knowing that others value your writing, they engage with your writing, they like your writing. And that can give you confidence to start pitching and getting out there, right? All right, so if this helped you, please give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tell me in the comments below, has this happened to you? Do you face fear right now as a freelance writer? Are you afraid to put your stuff out there? Tell me what you're gonna do to punch fear in the face and just get out there and take action. I'm here for you to help you. All right, talk to you in the next freelance writing video for you.